Hi kids, welcome to D Day of the ABC Countdown. Today, D is for dance. I hope you're excited for our dance party today. Today, we're going to be starting with our nonsense words. We've gotten really good at 3-letter nonsense words, so we're moving on to nonsense words with 4 letters. These are words that use sounds like sh, wa, th, and ch. All right, let's get started. Chap, whap, thog, sham, lish, chid, shim, tith, mash, shag, thub, chan, nitch, shog, tham, match, wit, shep. Great work! Today we'll be continuing with our sight word sentences. All you need to do is read the sentence out loud and then listen to see if you were correct. Here we go. Who is the best? Let me ask his mom. Put your dog over there. She said I could stop. I think we can talk. Great job. So, we are going to work on writing some sentences. So, if you haven't already, go grab a pencil and paper or a marker and a whiteboard and come right back. We've learned a lot of phonics this year and reviewed almost all of it since school has been closed. So I think it's time to use what we know about phonics and sight words and start practicing more sentences every day. So I will read the sentence. Do your best to write it down. The 5 lines are mine. The 5 lines are mine. Okay, let's check it out. The 5 lines are mine. So this one we're using magic silent E to make a lot of long I sounds in 5 lines and mine. The next sentence is, the snake can bite the stone. The snake can bite the stone. The snake can bite the stone. Okay, let's take a look. The snake, with that sn sound made by S and N together, and then long A with help from magic silent E. Then in bite, we see a long I with help from magic silent E, and then a long O with help from magic silent E in stone. Our next sentence is, the kids like the kite. The kids like the kite. The kids like the kite. Okay, so we have a short I in kids, but then we have long I's with magic silent E in like and kite. Our next sentence is, I bake a plate of cake. I bake a plate of cake. I bake a plate of cake. Okay, let's take a look. I bake a plate of cake. We have 3 long A's, all of them using magic silent E. All right. Our last sentence that we're going to write today is, my dog pokes the bone. My dog pokes the bone. My dog pokes the bone. All right, so we have a long O in pokes and a long O in bone. Very, very good. We've been reviewing a lot of the math we learned this year, and I would like to take the time in this video to talk about some writing. I know a lot of you have been thinking about your puppets and what they like and how they act. So for those of you who have already been writing great stories about your puppets, this will help you write new stories. For those of you who maybe have needed some extra practice, this will help you too. Writing a story is kind of like following a recipe. If we were going to make cookies, we would need some of the following things: flour, butter, sugar, and depending on the type of cookies, maybe some chocolate chips, maybe some cinnamon. Who knows? It depends on what kind of cookies you're making. Writing has some ingredients as well. A good story needs characters, a setting, a problem, and a solution. Put the ingredients together in just the right way, and bam! You have an amazing product. We'll think more about that later, but for now, let's look at our first ingredient, character. Your characters are really who we're interested in. When we think about Curious George, we're excited to hear what he is going to do. It isn't the firehouse that Curious George went to, or the zoo that one time a monkey came to. Curious George is who we are excited about. So who your character is says a lot about how they're going to react in a different situation. Let's think about another character, Fox. When Fox goes somewhere, we know that what he's going to do is going to be very different than someone like Curious George. Fox is usually interested in having fun with his friends, making some money, or impressing a girl. Curious George is interested in climbing things, finding things, or building things. It doesn't matter what situation they're in, they will react and act differently because of who they are. Today I want you to think about who your characters are. First off, what is their name? Next, how big is your character? Let's think about Clifford, the big red dog. If Clifford was a normal-sized dog, a lot of the adventures he goes on wouldn't make sense. What color hair does your character have? What kind of clothes do they wear? Do they wear baggy, comfy pajamas, or do they wear a spacesuit? Next, let's think about what does your character like to do. When we think about the Grinch, we remember that the Grinch really likes to sit in his house and not do much else. Maybe he'll go walk around Mount Crumpet, but he doesn't like noise, and that's a big reason why the Grinch does not like Christmas. So, what does your character like to do? Do they like to play sports? Do they like to write books? Do they like to paint? Maybe they like to collect plants. Who knows? It's up to you. Next, let's think about what makes your character special. Thinking about characters we see on TV, SpongeBob is an example of a character with things that make him special. SpongeBob is a great fry cook and a great friend, and he loves going to work at the Krusty Krab. If we look at Woody and Buzz in the Toy Story movies, we think about how they are great friends, both to each other and to the other toys and their kids. So what makes your character special? What makes them so interesting that you would want to write a story about them? Another question to ask is, what does your character do every day, or what do they have to do? Do they have to go to school? Do they have to go to work? Maybe they like picking apples as their favorite hobby, but every day they need to work in their family restaurant. These are all questions that can help you design a great character. Of course, a character with no setting doesn't make for a very good story either. So tomorrow we'll be talking about setting. Good luck! Let me know if you have questions. Bye!